Today they got to go up against a pretty good pitcher. Reynaldo Lopez gets a start for the Atlanta Braves.
His 8th start, and he's happy where he's at, and the numbers really look good for the right-hander. He's back in the rotation. Started back-to-back 30-plus starts back with the White Sox in 18 and 19. So the numbers overall really good. This will be a good test. The Padres pounding out many hits last night. See if they can carry it over today. All right, we are ready for game 1 of 2 in Atlanta. Padres playing great baseball. Stepping up to the plate for the Padres is Luis Arraez.
2-2 on the way. Arraez swings, lines it into left field, and a base hit. Leadoff single and more of the same for Luis Arraez, who has now reached safely in 24 consecutive games.
At least from my standpoint, Luis Picasso Arraez. Artwork as he shoots the ball in the left, a fastball down and away.
Tough single for Arraez to get it started today, and here is Fernando for the first time.
To short, this could be 2. Orlando, Ozzy, Olson. 6, 4, 3, 2 away.
Well, that's kind of what Lopez can do to you, because you see that slider right there, because of the fastball and how it can jump on you. Guys will cheat a little bit to get started, and then he throws a perfect slider like that on the outside corner, and you get an easy double play ball. Talk about saving your pitch count too. And that pitch count hadn't been a problem for him.
So far at 370 in the month of May.
His on-base percentage coming into this game, 422. Now to quantify that, if you're around 300, 333, you're getting on one out of 3 times. He's getting on 4 times plus out of 10 times with that on-base percentage. It's been awesome.
2-2 pitch on the way. Check swing. He went strike 3. It was the slider. Just like we talked about, that's his sharpest pitch, and he uses it for the strikeout to end the top of the first inning.
Braves coming up in the bottom of the first. Ronald Acuna Jr. will lead it off. And on the mound, kid from Milton, Georgia, back near his hometown, Dylan Cease.
Well, high velocity fastball, 97 or so, and that slider at about 88 that is his kind of wipeout pitch. Opponent's only hitting 120 off his slider this year.
Yeah, he's having a great season. Ronald sends this out to left, and Profar will take it on a hop. Leadoff single for Acuna. Well, that's a good sign for Acuna, getting off to a good start here.
Slider there, it stayed kind of up.
And now Ozzy Albies, who drove in the Braves' only run last night, and it came in the 9th inning. Wasn't really much to write home about. It did, however, keep the Braves streak alive. The Braves have not been shut out in 166 games. And Ozzy sends this to right center field. It drops. Acuna to third. And the Braves have something brewing here in the bottom of the first.
Well, we talked about the top of the order, set the table, and they've done that. Let's see if Ozuna and Olson can drive them in.
Boy, needed to see that, didn't we?
Big time.
Let's have a big inning.
Runners at the corners. No one out for Marcell Ozuna. Marcell brings with him an 11-game hitting streak into the action.
That is strike 3. And he does get that outside corner that time. Ozuna's frustrated. That's out number 1 of the inning.
You cannot place this pitch any better on the outside corner. Watch the glove. Watch the location. Splits that corner. Spins it. Got him.
First and third with 1 away for Matt Olson. With Acuna Jr. at third. Albies at first. 1 away here in the Braves' first inning.
Well, there's a line drive, and it'll produce a run. Matt Olson brings in Acuna, and Atlanta leads it 1-0.
Needed that in the worst possible way.
Now we're talking.
He's trying to go back door with it. Matt, of course, with those long arms, was able to serve this thing out down the right field. Not only get the run in, but also get Ozzy to third, where you still got a chance now for sac fly, ground ball, get another run in.
So Atlanta only scored 2 runs total in the first 2 games of this series, but a chance to tie or maybe eclipse 2 here in the bottom of the first inning as Arcia digs in.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning for Cease. And a few fastballs that time to Arcia, including the last one. So 2 down here in the first in third, and Michael Harris.
The other way, and this will drop. 4 singles here in the first inning for Atlanta. And the Braves grab a 2-0 lead.
And interesting enough, you saw Arcia a minute ago, Brandon, not picking on him. You have the big swing, you get the fastball blown right by you.
An early visit from the entire infield here as the Braves have taken a 2-0 lead.
Harris at first, Olson at second, 2 down for the right-hand hitting Zach Short. In the air, right center field, pretty well struck. Jackson Merrill, though, into the gap and about 5 feet shy of the warning track. He makes the catch to end the first inning.
2-0 Braves have the lead over the Padres as Marcell Ozuna is coming up here to lead it off. He's really had a tremendous season so far for Atlanta. 11-game hitting streak. 395, 1,100 the OPS. 3 homers, 9 runs batted in during the 11-game hitting streak.
3-2 and a towering fly ball to deep left field. Drifting back to the wall. Profar keeps drifting with it, and it's out of the ballpark. Home run for Marcell Ozuna. That's his 13th of the year. RBI 42. And it's now 3-0 Braves on the skyscraper to left field.
Extends his hitting streak to 12 in a row. That is the 4th home run during that streak, and he's hitting about 400.
That's the thing, too, when you're facing a guy like this, tacking on some runs.
So Dylan Cease comes into today with a 2.45 ERA, and the Braves already with a 3-0 lead. And now back-to-back. Hello, Chop House. And goodbye, baseball. That thing was crushed off the bat of Matt Olson.
That'll be one of the hardest hit balls of the season for Matt Olson. Looked like a slider down.
That was a rocket out of here.
10th start of the year for Dylan Cease, and he has already allowed a season-high 7 hits. And we're only in the 3rd.
And the sacks are packed for Ronald Acuna with 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Looking to add on to this 4-0 lead.
Ground ball. Diving stop by Bogaerts, but nothing to do with it. And Bogaerts might be injured as the Braves score another run, 5-0. But all eyes on the star second baseman, Xander Bogaerts. From the reaction, it looks like it might be a shoulder.
No, you're right. It's that left shoulder. That's what he landed on.
Now you got a guy in Bogaerts who has a decorated career. He's on that big contract, 11 years, $280 million. But he's having a rough season offensively. He's trying to adjust to playing second base. And he's in enough pain that it looks like they're going to take him out here.
He knew it right away, too.
So leadoff double for Manny Machado starts things here in the 5th. Here is Tyler Wade for the first time today. Took over defensively for Xander Bogaerts.
Trying to lay down a bunt. Albies will have to hurry. What a play! Oh my! Flipped it with his glove and gets Wade at first base.
I tell you, that is an unbelievable play. I didn't think he had any chance at this, especially where he put it. It was past Lopez. I mean, this is your only move. Even barehanded is not going to work because of where you got to go. And what's amazing, look how much force he gets on this toss out of his glove.
On the ground to second base. Albies will go to first for the out, and a run will score. In from 3rd comes Manny Machado. Padres are on the board. It's now 5-1.
So Minter comes out of the bullpen, strikes out the first guy that he sees. And now 2 on and 2 out for Jackson Merrill in a lefty-lefty setup here against Minter.
Line to center field, a base hit for Jackson Merrill. Profar being waved around. The throw will be late. And the Padres pick up their 2nd run. Jackson Merrill driving it in.
That is huge for Jackson Merrill. That's battling.
5-2 Braves have the lead over the Padres.
Padres have set themselves up nicely here. Bases loaded for Jake Cronenworth.
Line to center field, a base hit for Cronenworth. From 3rd comes Kim. Behind him is Tatis. And this is a 1-run ball game.
In the month of April, it looked like the Padres were going to be a big come-from-behind kind of team. It's been a little while, but here this afternoon, a little bit of that feel. Down 5-0 to the Braves. It is now 5-4 with runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 out in the 8th inning.
Line to left center field. That is in for a hit. It's a gapper. Coming around from 2nd is Profar to tie it. Cronenworth from 1st to put the Padres on top. They take the 6-5 lead. Manny Machado with a gapper to left center. Padres have come all the way back to take the lead.
Break their hearts. Battle. Late in the game. We've seen this before.
Robert Suarez on to try and close this thing out for the Padres. Big 3 outs to get, and the slimmest of margins, though, as Michael Harris II, Zach Short, and Jared Kelenic are scheduled to bat here against the Padre closer.
To center. Over the shoulder is Kim to make the catch. Ha-Sung Kim. What a catch. Out number 1 of the 9th. Robert Suarez loved it. 1 down in the 9th inning. Here is Adam Duvall. Pinch hitting for Zach Short, the third baseman. Duvall, the soft liner that is caught at first base by Jake Cronenworth. So 2 very good defensive plays to open up this bottom of the ninth. 2 down.
2 really nice plays by the Padres for the first 2 outs here in the ninth inning. And the Braves down to their final hope in Jared Kelenic.
In the air to left field down the line is Zokar moving over, and he'll make the catch and the Padres win. They were trailing 5-0 in the game. They come back to win it 6-5 in dramatic fashion. Game 1 of the doubleheader, and the Padres have taken the first 3 games of this 4-game series in Atlanta.